Forget about France, here's the 28 most beautiful bike rides in Britain. Today's Tour de France Grand Depart marks the start of the world's biggest bike race, but it also traditionally sparks the Great British Summer Cycling Getaway, as TV footage of sunflower fields and alpine peaks inspires recreational and family cyclists to start planning their own two-wheeled escapes. Howard Beaumont set a Guinness World Record with his 194-day global bike circumnavigation in 2007-08, and tomorrow embarks on a daring new Jules Verne-inspired quest to pedal around the world in just 80 days, insists there is no cycling landscape quite like home. I have cycled in 130 different countries, but I am always amazed at the staggering diversity of geography right here in the UK, explains Beaumont, 31, who lives in Perthshire with his wife Nichi and daughters Harriet, 3, and Willa, 1. This sentiment was confirmed during his 14-day, 500-mile odyssey around the coastline of Britain in April, in preparation for his global challenge. My highlights were Devon and Cornwall, especially the beautiful views along the north coast from Land's End to Bristol, Snowdonia National Park with the backdrop of mountains, slate mines and villages, and the northwest of Scotland around Belich Naba, which is often voted the best cycling climb in the UK, and the Applecross Peninsula. From Torridon the views of the Quillan Ridge on the Isle of Skye seem like the fjords of Norway. Although known for his record-breaking speed, Beaumont still cherishes the joys of slow travel. On a bike your senses are tuned into the world around you, so it's like a slideshow of changing landscapes, hills, coastlines and towns. Traveling by bike, you also get to enjoy all the local cuisines, cultures, quirks and characters which make Britain the mad melting pot that it is. For a cyclist who has pedaled through the sweltering heat of the Sahara, even the British weather is a blessing. As much as we grumble, we actually have a very kind climate for cycling. The weather is mild and we don't suffer extremes. Easy access to roads and trails. The National Cycle Network now covers 14,000 miles, with Brits pedaling a combined 3.5 billion miles last year, and a boom in bike-friendly hotel websites like Beds for Cyclists make logistics for cycling staycations tantalizingly simple. We used to have either serious road cyclists or slower tourers, but now there is a massive middle ground with cyclists of all abilities just traveling light and enjoying short breaks, says Beaumont. Combine a train and a bicycle and there is no part of Britain that is out of reach, even over a weekend. After departing Paris tomorrow, Beaumont plans to ride 240 miles per day, crossing 14 countries in 80 days. But even a man who has pedaled the circumference of the earth looks forward to coming home and riding the hills and lanes of Perthshire with his family. We have huge mountain scenery and Munros here. The climb to SMA Glen is staggering and the Amelry Pass, around Loch Tay, is like an alpine switchback, but also flat rides around lochs and family-friendly trails. Harriet is big enough to pedal her own bike but Willa tags along in a chariot, so we rumble along nicely. When I have finished pedaling around the world, I'll happily enjoy some more gentle adventures back home.